Breaking news has been confirmed and it has caused quite a stir on the web. Not everyone was happy about it, and we're going to talk about it and how it impacts the Browns. But first, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe because I'll keep you updated daily. You won't want to miss the latest updates, rumors, and exclusive insights on our Cleveland Browns. All right, let's get to it. Big news out of Berea. DeAndre Carter is officially a Cleveland Brown. Now, some of you may be thinking, wait, who? But hear me out, because this move could have a bigger impact than you think. Carter has bounced around the league, playing for 7 different teams in 7 years. Yes, that sounds like a professional player, but let's face it, some guys take time to find the right fit, and this could be the perfect situation for Carter and the Browns. Last season, while playing for the Bears, Carter proved his worth on special teams with 637 return yards, along with 9 receptions for 72 yards. Those aren't impressive numbers, but here's the gist. Cleveland desperately needs help in the return game and more speed at wide receiver. Now, let's talk about where he came from. The Raiders originally signed Carter to a 1-year deal in 2023, and after just 1 season, they let him walk. That's kind of their thing. They've let some solid players slip away over the years. In his lone season with Las Vegas, Carter racked up 494 return yards and added a few receptions, but the Raiders didn't see him as a priority. Chicago took a chance on him last year, and now he's in Cleveland. So, what does this mean for the Browns? First off, Carter instantly improves our special teams. If you watched our return game last year, you know it wasn't exactly explosive. With Carter fielding punts and kicks, we finally have a reliable return man, and that's going to be huge in close games where field position matters. Second, our wide receiver room is, let's be honest, thin. Carter isn't a WR1, but he's got speed, and speed kills in today's NFL. With a creative offensive mind scheming plays for him, he could carve out a sneaky role in the offense. Now, let's switch gears to the NFL draft because this is where things get really interesting. The Browns hold the number 2 overall pick, and the big question is, will they take a quarterback? If you've been following the rumors, you've heard the speculation. But team owner Jimmy Haslam just pumped the brakes on that idea. In a recent press conference, Haslam made it clear the Browns will not force a QB pick. He said, it would be great if we could get the quarterback, but we're not going to force it. We're going to be patient and try to accumulate as many really good football players as we can. That tells me one thing, Cleveland isn't sold on any of the quarterbacks in this class. And honestly, that's smart. Drafting a franchise QB isn't just about talent, it's about fit, vision, and long-term commitment. The Browns have been down this road before. Remember when we drafted Deshaun Kaiser? Brandon Weeden? Johnny Manziel? The list goes on. The point is, if you take a QB and he doesn't pan out, you set your franchise back years. So, if not a QB, then who? Well, 2 names keep coming up, Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter. Hunter is a straight-up unicorn. He's the best wide receiver in the draft. Oh, and he's also the best cornerback in the draft. The last guy who played both ways like this? Deion Sanders. If the Browns want a game-changer, Hunter is that guy. He would immediately upgrade our WR core and give our offense a legitimate deep threat. On the other hand, if the Browns want to build a dominant defense, Abdul Carter is a name to watch. This guy has been compared to Micah Parsons, and for good reason, his speed off the edge is next level. Pairing him with Myles Garrett could be historic. Think about it, offenses already struggle to block Garrett. Now imagine adding another elite pass rusher on the other side. That's a nightmare for opposing QBs. And speaking of pass rushers, let's talk about what's happening in Dallas. Reports are coming out that the Cowboys are offering Micah Parsons the biggest non-quarterback contract in NFL history. Yes, bigger than Myles Garrett's $40 million per year deal. Bigger than Jamar Chase's $40.25 million per year contract. But here's where things get interesting. Parsons' agent, David Mulugeta, hasn't signed off on it yet. In fact, he hasn't even been involved in negotiations. That's weird, right? Jerry Jones and the Cowboys have a history of negotiating directly with players, but Parsons isn't biting. He wants his agent in the room, and that's creating a standoff. Could this mean Parsons might hit the trade market? Probably not, but it's something to keep an eye on. If Parsons wants top-tier money and the Cowboys aren't willing to meet his demands, things could get messy. All right, Browns fans, let's wrap this up. What do you think about these moves? Are you excited about the DeAndre Carter signing, or do you think it's just another depth move? And with the number 2 pick in the draft, would you rather see Cleveland take Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, or even a quarterback? Drop your thoughts in the comments. There's no easy way to say this, so I'll just put it out there. The Browns are officially moving on from Deshaun Watson. Now, I know some of you are thinking, wait, is this real? Is this just a rumor? But this comes straight from ESPN Cleveland's Tony Grossi, one of the most well-connected insiders in the Browns world. According to Grossi, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam has already turned the page on Watson and the team has an exit strategy in place. And the first step in that plan? This NFL draft. Let's be real, the Watson trade was a disaster. When Cleveland made the move, they thought they were getting their franchise savior. Instead, they got a quarterback who spent more time injured and dealing with off-field drama than actually playing at an elite level. Replacing Baker Mayfield with Watson seemed like a good idea on paper, but in reality, it set the team back a lot. And what makes it even worse? Reports say ownership was behind the decision to continue starting Watson last season. It wasn't about performance, it was about justifying that massive, fully guaranteed contract. But at this point, the writing is on the wall. Watson won't make another move for Cleveland, and this trade could go down as one of the worst in NFL history. Some might even argue it's one of the worst trades in all of professional sports. So what now? If the Browns are moving on, who takes over? That brings us to the next big story, the NFL draft. Cleveland holds the number 2 overall pick, and all eyes are on what they'll do with it. For a while, it looked like Abdul Carter was the guy. The Penn State defensive lineman is a freak athlete, and pairing him with Myles Garrett could make this Browns defense unstoppable. But lately, there's been a serious shift in the conversation, and 2 names from Colorado are suddenly in the mix, Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. Now, Travis Hunter is a no-brainer. He's the best wide receiver in this draft. He's also the best cornerback in this draft. He's literally the most versatile player we've seen since his former coach, Deion Sanders. If the Browns want an explosive playmaker, Hunter is the guy. But then there's Shedeur Sanders, and this is where things get really interesting. We know the Browns are looking for their next quarterback. And according to Kevin Stefanski, Shedeur is more than just a talented passer, he has the right mindset. At the NFL League meetings, Stefanski spoke about Shedeur in a way that caught a lot of people off guard. Instead of just talking about his skill set, he praised Shedeur's character. He's a very, very talented young man, but off the field is probably where I'm most impressed, Stefanski said. Now, why is this important? Because a lot of the conversation surrounding Shedeur Sanders has nothing to do with his actual ability and everything to do with perception. People assume certain things about him because of his confidence, because he's Deion Sanders' son, because he carries himself a certain way. But Stefanski, a former NFL Coach of the Year, isn't buying the hype. He sees a guy who can handle the spotlight and lead an NFL franchise. And if that weren't enough, NFL analysts are now linking Sanders to Cleveland. ESPN's Matt Bowen just called Shedeur one of the best prospects for the Browns offense, and when you look at the numbers, it makes sense. Last season, Shedeur completed 74% of his passes. He's accurate, balanced, and strong in the pocket. Bowen pointed out that Cleveland already has a play-action heavy offense. They had the 4th most play-action attempts in the league last year. This type of system would maximize Shedeur's strengths. Are you ready for the Browns to move on, or do you think there's still hope? And with the number 2 pick, who's your guy? Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, or Shedeur Sanders? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Go Browns!